There we go. Okay.
All right. That was fun.
No, that sucked. That sucked, man. Look, you got your coffee?
I got my coffee.
Because,
it was a snooze fest.
bro, I'm still tired, man. I'm exhausted.
Thanks for making this super strong, man.
The best part, I think, was when Mike Logic mid-game was like, "This is the most boring game I've ever seen in my life."
He was watching paint dry.
That was terrible. That was so boring. I wish they wouldn't have scored at the end. It's one of those things where you sit there and you're like,
yeah, it looks close.
Right, it makes it look a lot closer than it was. Bears met all 17 of their points in the fourth quarter. That's
Jesus.
And look at
Foles' number. Look at Foles' number. He looks like a stud.
335 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He looks like a stud.
Stop it. Stop it. This is right.
Of course, yeah. We're being facetious here, but come on.
I mean, it's hot garbage. You know what I mean? He's
just padding his numbers because at the end of the year, or when his contract is up, like, oh, look at this. I have
the running game is terrible. Well, the line is terrible. They have all backup linemen too. That didn't help.
Yeah, you have second and third stringers, guys off the street. Hey, I think the Elote man is available.
Well, as corny as that joke was.
Hey.
Yeah, that was really bad. It was snooze fest all the way through. I mean, like I said, we had to make some strong cafe right here just to be able to wake up to make this video right here for y'all. We're over here watching. What's this?
Kansas City and
the Panthers
and the Cats.
I don't understand how the Bears beat all these teams. We're watching. They didn't beat the Chiefs obviously, but they beat the Panthers, and the Panthers over here putting up 31 points.
Well, they got their stud back. And that makes a huge difference when you have your stud back.
Yeah, we were struggling to watch the game. There was a lot of times we called each other, hey, what just happened? Because we're looking at our phone instead of actually watching the game. I'm not going to lie, Oscar. But, yeah, I mean, it's hard to watch when they're that bad, when they're that... snooze fest is the right way to put that. Yesterday's Notre Dame game was much more interesting than what we just witnessed here. Double overtime. That was awesome. That was a great game. But this right here,
can we get their offensive line?
We can get somebody 8-8 at best.
Yeah,
appreciate it, Oscar. We appreciate it. That's the funny thing is that we're sitting here now. What we have 5-4.
Yep.
We have a very good chance to go 5-6 pretty soon. What happened to 5-1? The worst 5-1 team. Oh, they don't respect us.
They're right.
Well, you're not a good team even at 5-1. You're just a lot of fluky play. Playing against bad teams like the Lions, the Giants, the Falcons who like to give up leads, you know what I mean? So,
we're 5-1 because of the defense. Let's just put it out there.
Right.
So half of the team is 5-1.
Well, and here's the thing. Think about this. Trubisky's 3-0.
He is, but he also had a healthy offensive line.
A healthy, crappy offensive line still.
Yeah.
Trubisky's 3-0 as a starter.
Yep.
And granted, I think the third game is when Foles came in. It was the Atlanta game, halfway through. So technically, I mean, 2.5-0, I guess. But this is getting harder and harder to watch every week. This was a snooze fest for sure.
Oh my God.
I mean, Montgomery, the running game is terrible.
14 for 30.
The high man looks like Mingo on defense.
Oh, that was the linebacker. Yeah, the linebacker with the trick play. Oh yeah, 8-8. Yeah, I mean,
Barkevius Mingo is your leading rusher today on special teams. The defensive player. That's how I feel right now. I feel like just staring into empty space.
Foles is looking terrible right now. The offense is not clicking. I mean, it's play calling. It's play calling an offensive line when it comes to the offense. I mean,
well, because the offensive line is terrible even when they have the starters in there, and the offensive play calling is terrible even when they have the starters in there. Mm-hmm. And now they want to say that Trubisky is out because he had a shoulder injury off of the one play that he had. Let's be honest here. I mean, I like Nagy, but he is not ready. Like I said on the show, on the podcast last week and the week before, I'm tired of these projects. Trubisky's a project, Pace is a project, Nagy is a project, Cordell Patterson is a project, Foles is a project. He's been in the league for 9 seasons. This is 15. I'm tired of the project. I thought they tore down Cabrini, and why are we still talking about the projects over here? This is terrible. I'm tired of this. This is boring.
Yeah, this is pretty
boring.
bad. Let's see what they do. And what did we play? What, Queens next week?
We play Vikings next week, and the Vikings over here putting up on the lines. The Vikings came to play last 2 weeks. They went out there and they beat Green Bay, and then they put up whooping on the Lions this week. So what did they do to us? We couldn't. We went through the whole first half, couldn't score. Finally, in the end of the game, they got a field goal to start. So they didn't. I thought they were gonna go scoreless the whole game. Finally, they got that field goal at the beginning of the fourth quarter. 17 points in the fourth quarter. That's great, but that's only great if you haven't.
I've been scoring the entire game.
Scoring the entire rest of the game. You can't wait until the end of the game to actually score. That's garbage.
What about the those fourth down plays?
Man, what are you doing, Nick? What are you doing, man?
I was like, we can't get regular yards on regular plays. You want to go on fourth down and try to get 3 yards?
What did I say? I said this game smell worse. Someone said this game is booty. I said this is not regular booty. This is booty after a whole weekend of Coachella in the dead of summer.
Oh boy,
that's what it smells like.
Chiefs just won.
The Chiefs, of course, the Chiefs won.
They came back. They were down big.
Yeah, and they're the Chiefs because
yeah.
That's Mahomes. That's Andy Reid
on a missed field goal.
Well, it doesn't matter. They still won.
Wow.
Look. Yeah.
Yeah, but they won by the skin of their teeth, though.
And that's a W.
I know that.
And let me tell you something. The first 3 wins of the season.
But still,
first 3 wins of the season. How did the Bears win? Right. That's all you need to say.
Well, because the other team they choked. This is different. They lost the lead. They had that game. They gave it up.
Mm-hmm.
But the Panthers should not have been in the same ballpark with the Chiefs.
Why? They got good players. Don't forget, McCaffrey came back today.
McCaffrey came back. That's it.
McCaffrey's a great player. Yeah. Bridgewater's a good player. They got good receivers on that team. You know what we have? Not good players. We don't have a good receiver. Mooney's good. Miller looks good when he can get out of his own way. Robinson had barely. What did Robinson do? 81. He got
6 for 81 or something.
7 for 81.
Yeah.
And how I don't even understand how any of these stats compiled at all because it was so boring. I legit fell asleep.
I feel you, Ronnie. The disappointment's ridiculous because we wait all year for football season. Yeah. And we get excited about football season. We're like, all right, we'll have a good year. Let's see what Trubisky can do this year.
That's honestly,
he didn't do too bad.
No, he didn't
do too bad, but he did. You said it. He got pulled too quick.
Yeah,
you should have gave him the first 5 games. Prove yourself.
Oh yeah, and they didn't even give him that. They gave him
2.5.
They gave him 10 quarters of football.
Right.
And that's why I said before, if you're only going to give him 10 quarters of football, why did you even let him start the season in the first place? If you wanted to sit there and tank like you're doing right now, why didn't you just start Foles from the beginning? If you knew that you weren't going to go with Trubisky after this year, and you knew that this is going to be a wasted year, why not? Yes, you can go after Foles. Why not go after Cam Newton? Why not go after Teddy Bridgewater? Why not go after any of these other guys that could possibly take you to the future, even if you're just bridging the gap? So you don't waste this great defense.
And they made no moves at the trade deadline.
Well,
not one.
No. Why would they do that?
You could have gone after some offensive linemen.
Why would you do that? That makes too much sense. I mean, granted, it's not. It's not like NBA, or it's not baseball where you see those flurry of trades at the end. You know what I mean? Even NBA, it's not the same. But the fact of the matter is that it seemed like they didn't make any effort. I feel like
this front office is asleep as well as the Bears' offense.
Oh yeah. Where did I put my notepad, man? I had some stuff I wanted.
Oh, you had.
I got my pen started running out of ink with the stuff I was writing down there.
And it's funny that we watched the game and we annotate what's going on. Man, I couldn't even get myself to write anything down. I was just like, this is not worth reporting.
We were both sitting here looking at our phones like this.
Yeah.
I walked in the room. I was like, "What happened? Did they score?"
I was like, "Oh, Coco." Oh no, that's Ryan Nall.
No, what the hell is that guy doing? Why is he in the game?
Because Montgomery had a concussion.
But how the offense will wake up these badass defenders can grab? Oh, it's just gonna be another wasted career for these guys. Because you're looking at, you know what's gonna happen is they're not gonna resign. Fuller is resigned. You got Mack on a good deal, but I mean you're looking at, and then I think Hicks has a deal right now. Yeah. But you're looking at, did Eddie Jackson get money? I don't remember.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think Eddie Jackson. Well, I think Eddie Jackson got a contract, but he didn't get
He didn't get paid.
But you're looking at like Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith's been playing out of his mind. He's gonna go. He'll go back to Georgia and have a better time than he's playing over here. than he's having over here. I can't imagine being a defender on a team when this offense is this bad and sitting there and be like, oh, I enjoyed my time in Chicago.
Well, look what Antonio Brown said. He's like, yeah, I'm not signing in Chicago. Nick
Now with
Foles is there. Why would I go there?
Yeah, I want to play with Nagy and Foles.
Right.
Man, I don't even feel like I feel like it's not fair to compare Nagy to Mark Trestman because Mark Trestman was a train wreck.
Oh my God.
Mark Trestman had that one really cool year where they snapped, but then like he just lost control of the whole locker room. That was a different story. I don't want to compare Nagy to that, but I mean, man.
Yeah, it's apples and oranges. Nagy commands the room. He has the confidence of his team, but not the confidence of Chicago, though.
No.
I'll tell you right now.
No, I can't. Tell me, at this point, what fan has faith in Nagy? Y'all out there, who's raise your hand. Raise your hand. Don't be shy. Somebody gotta like him.
I think his wife or his mama. I don't know.
Man, look, if I was his kids, I'd hide. His kids are probably still wearing Chiefs jerseys right now.
I would shit.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not a Chiefs fan, but I'm rooting for Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm a Mahomes fan.
I mean, I like the Steelers. The Steelers are fun to watch, but the Bears are not. The Bears are so boring. I don't even know what else to say about this team right now.
It just starts with with the common sense. You have to build your team around a quarterback. It's simple.
But that's
as that.
what I'm saying. That's
the
what's
offensive
frustrating.
line and quarterback.
Well, here's the thing. They had to play their 7th rounder that they selected this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Half the offensive line is out either with injury or COVID protocol.
Right.
I understand that.
It happens.
That's cool. If you had a competent defender, wasting good defenses since 1920. Yeah, that's about right. That's a good call, Pat. That's a good one right there. I mean, I think I saw.
Hey, Vato, we need you behind there, man. We need you on the sideline. I know you be coaching, man.
We need
you could probably coach way better than this. Than what we're seeing right now.
We need somebody because this smells worse than like day old diapers. Don't spit my coffee up, bro.
I don't have kids, but I know what that smells like. Jesus Christ.
It's bad, man. I mean, anybody out there got an idea? So what we can do? I mean, I don't know what to do. Look, here's the thing. For us, we got to watch the games because we're gonna do the show. What do you think, guys? What do you think this offense needs? So
you gotta give up Blake. Nagy's gotta give up that
100%.
caution. He's gotta give up that caution. Especially after this week.
Give the Denny's menu to Bill Lazor.
The Denny's menu.
Give it up. I mean, how else can you call that thing, bro?
I don't know.
That thing's bigger than him. Remember at Lane, you had your art students had that big portfolio case.
Yeah.
They had to drag it on the bus. That's where that's how he carries that thing on the bus. He's like, guys, wait up, guys. And he's dragging it behind him. That's what he looks like when he brings out that big ass Denny's menu. I mean, come on, bro. That's number one. You gotta give up that sheet.
Actually, you know what? I was talking about play sheet. I found my play sheet from when I was talking about the
kids
I was coaching. Yeah. It's one side is 6 plays running, the other side is 6 plays passing, and guess what? You mix and match. You flip kids around, and you know what? It works. If I can do that with 12 plays, why do you need 45 plays?
Foles getting fed up because Foles stinks too.
Oh God, he's garbage. He's garbage.
Who are we fooling if we thought Foles was a good quarterback? I kept telling everyone. You didn't want to listen. I told you the most popular player on any team is the backup quarterback. Well, guess what? 10 quarters in, you got your backup quarterback, and now look what he's doing. With his big, wide shoulders and skinny little arms. Looks like a T-Rex. He can't run. Did you see when he tried to run for 1 yard? He looked like a 6-year-old man at a YMCA men's basketball rec league.
He's slower than Brady.
He tried to do that juke, and he looked like he was going to break his own ankles. You a grown? What are you doing? I mean, he's only like, what, 30, 31 years old, if that? How are you breaking your own ankles, bro? I got arthritis in an artificial hip, and I could do better than that.
All right, so what do we need to do this offseason? Do we need to start trading and start a whole rebuild? Because I don't think Nagy, I don't think Trubisky's gonna be gone, but I don't think Nagy or Pace are gonna be here after this season.
I think what we should do is start a new podcast called the Kansas City Chiefs podcast, because then we get to enjoy watching football. This is a train wreck. I mean, granted, like if you see a train wreck, you see like a bad car crash, you can't stop watching. Man, if I'm watching the same crash every week, I get tired.
I mean, it doesn't matter who's at quarterback right now with Swiss cheese as your offensive line. It doesn't matter.
I think that's number one thing, because realistically, I think as far as offense is concerned, I think you do have some playmakers. When Miller can get the ball in stride, he looks really good. He looks strong when he's gotten the ball. Mooney looks like a player. A-Rob, we know, is a player. Montgomery can be a player if you can get him. But I think, number one,
he has to be schemed open for the passing game.
Number one,
you can't just.
Number one, I think every single pick on this upcoming draft needs to be offensive lineman.
Offensive line,
because it's the only place aside from quarterback on the field that you have like such a glaring need. I don't know why you waited until the 7th round to get an offensive lineman.
And don't go watch the Sun Bowl either.
No, please. Don't watch the Sun Bowl, the Moon Bowl, the Cloud Bowl. Go watch, like, I don't know, the Fiesta Bowl or something. At least start there and go up. You know what I mean? Like, look for good
players. Go
players.
watch Clemson. Go watch Notre Dame.
Go watch Notre Dame. And
Georgia.
Right. Go. Why is that? Why do we have to sit there and cry about Alex Barrs not playing? Get Alex Barrs in the game. He should have been there the whole time. As soon as Daniels went down, Alex Barrs came in and they didn't give him the next chance because they took their project again that was on the defensive line and they brought him over to the offensive line. That's what you play. Come on, man.
That was good coffee.
I know it was. Nice and strong, because that's the only way we're going to make it through the show.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm working on it, bro. I'm working on it, because I got to make sure we don't blow up the toilet either, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, one at a time, sir.
We need the
one
knife.
at a time.
We need the knife.
We need the knife. Little inside joke.
But, yeah, I mean, so, like I said, offensive line, here's the thing. I think, realistically, I think you would have a much better feel on the team right now if Nagy was just your offensive coordinator and Chuck Pagano was your head coach. I think that would be a hell of a lot different feel to this game.
What? I don't think so. Nagy couldn't call plays in Kansas City. Did he call any running plays?
I'm saying coordinator. I didn't say play caller.
Oh. There's a difference?
Yeah, I mean, they have an offensive coordinator.
Put that guy in charge of the equipment. That's what he's got to be doing.
And here's the thing, though. I think it's a conjoined effort. I don't think that Nagy and Pace are on the same page right now, because I feel like Pace made a big push to get Cole Kmet, or Nagy really wanted Cole Kmet, but then they're not using them the way that they should. You really have to get your tight ends involved if you want the RPO to work, because the problem is that if you're not running the ball, RPO doesn't mean anything because they're not scared of the run. All you're doing is gearing up to rush the quarterback. And that's the thing, is that a lot of people are saying Chuck Pagano doesn't rush the quarterback enough, but here's the problem. Do you know why he's not rushing the quarterback?
Because then he's going to get burned on the backside.
Because if you get burned on the backside, now you give a big play,
plays, and
now you cannot make up for them big plays.
Right.
So your offense is affecting the way that your defense works.
Playing, yep.
Even when your defense looks good. Let me see what Tannehill, at one point their stats were almost identical and they were both garbage. Let's not pretend like Tannehill's a world beater. Tannehill only had 158 yards. 158 yards. Derrick Henry only got 68 yards.
Yeah, the defense held, even though they got 24 points scored on them, but the defense did hold them.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Ryan Tannehill, 158 yards. Nick Foles, 335 yards.
There should be no reason you're losing games that way. 2 fumbles. That's 14 points.
The fact that, do you think Fangio messed up signing the Broncos as head coach?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's
he's a way better defensive coordinator than head coach.
He's a better defensive coordinator than a head coach, but I also think that Fangio messed up by taking the job. But once you reach 60 years old and this is your first head coaching opportunity that someone actually offer you the job, you got to take that. You got to take that as a coach.
I don't blame him for taking it, but I just feel like he would have been a better fit here to stay here and run that defense.
I agree, but I also think Chuck Pagano's doing a good job.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm nothing against Chuck Pagano. He's a great defensive coordinator.
You know what I mean? I feel like this is the kind of team that if they did, like, somehow win a Super Bowl, you'd have Pagano on one set of shoulders and you have Nagy on the other set of shoulders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
we need a quarterback with swag. We need an offensive line, and
Foles is garbage. I'm sorry to tell y'all. And
so do they trade Mac? Do you trade Mac? And try to get some compensation back, a lot of compensation to help the offense.
You are not going to get what you gave up.
No, you're not.
And they gave up 2 first rounders and plus more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
If you're trying to rebuild your offense, you've got to give up one of your big players.
But Ronnie, here's the thing: they had an unstoppable defense when they had Fangio, but they also had a lot of interceptions. Eddie Jackson had a lot of interceptions.
Everybody was healthy.
everyone was healthy. So that's what it is. When you work in conjunction, when you have a good defense and you're getting a lot of turnovers, that's what makes all the difference. And yeah, I mean, look.
I mean, I don't want to trade Mac. I'm just saying you got to trade one of the superstars to get a lot of picks back.
Right. Nobody wants to trade Mac. But we're saying, should we, in order to get what you need to get in order to change the offensive round? 2018. Well, number one, Mitch is no longer there. Number two, they tried to turn Mitch into something that he wasn't, and that's why it's not the same.
Yeah, they try to make him a pocket passer, and that's not him.
He's not a pocket passer. Mitch had great success when he got to roll out, and that's why I'm so frustrated that they didn't, number one, try to revert back to some of that play calling, and number two, why they gave up on him so easy this year. That was very frustrating. I don't understand why you don't give the kid a chance. If you wanted him, you put it all on the line to get the kid in the first place. Give him the chances that he needs. Well, because he's a better quarterback. I mean, Herbert is a better quarterback all the way. I mean, but he was also an early pick.
You got to remember the Herbert and all these young bucks. They played 3-4 years in college.
Yeah,
they were seasoned.
Yeah,
where Mitch was not a seasoned quarterback.
Because Mitch was what?
A project.
In the same way, that's why I say Mitch, very little experience as a quarterback. Nagy, very little experience, no experience as a head coach, very little as a play caller.
Right.
Ryan Pace, zero experience as a GM. That's what it is.
Well, he was with the.
He wasn't a GM. He was an assistant. Blah blah blah. Whatever the hell he was at the Saints. What are you supposed to do with these guys?
Well, that's for ownership to start making some moves. Trade rumors.
No, that's basketball. Yeah, I mean
that's not there yet.
No. We got
a month.
Well, draft is coming up for basketball soon.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
But yeah, so we should have a good show today, regardless of whatever happened with the Bears.
We got a great show.
We got a really good show. They did Mitch wrong. 100% they did Mitch wrong. Mitch should have had at least half the season. If Mitch, here's the thing, even with this record right here of 5-4, for Mitch that would have been a good record. I feel like there's a few plays here and there. This game, the last game, Mitch would have got the first down, and he would have been in a better position.
Yeah.
And that's what that really pissed me off, is because people forget at the end of the Lions game, Mitch was the one that won that game with 3 touchdowns in the final quarter of the game. Of course they did Mitch wrong.
Yeah.
But that's an excuse to I don't know, Mitch. Look, I hope Mitch goes to another team
and just put some numbers up.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Mitch is the type of quarterback with that mobility. You put him on a squad where they can actually utilize his skill, and he'll do really well. But he had to learn and grow in the league, and Nagy doesn't know what he's doing. Nagy doesn't know how to get him into the place where he wants to be. So Nagy got frustrated because I think he felt like that this was going to be his last chance to be a head coach or whatever's going to happen this year. And he's crapping the bed right now.
Yeah,
that's what Nagy's doing.
Both of those guys are going to be gone. I want to give up on the rest. No, we can't give up on the Bears.
We're not giving up on the Bears.
We can go 0-16. We're not going to give up on the Bears. There's your boy Herbert right now. Look at that pass.
Yeah, it's Keenan Allen, and it looks good. Of course, he looks good.
Yeah, we've got our offensive line and stud receivers.
They got a real offensive line. They got a real team there. They got a real coach. I mean, look at that. They got real running backs. That's the other thing too, is that. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, is that essentially what we're doing is we're rooting for laundry. We're rooting for the hometown laundry. So, I mean, I think the frustrating thing is that you're talking about the charter franchise in the NFL, and in 120 years or however long it's been, how do you not just luck into a good quarterback? How does the Colts get 2 back-to-back? Yeah, I think Nagy might be gone at the end of the season, to be honest with you, unless they pull off another 5-game winning streak or something like that. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. From the beginning,
he should be going after the bye week.
Nagy, no, they let him finish the season.
Why?
Why not? I mean, what is it? Because here's the thing: if it's a lost season, a lost season.
Right. So let's see what your other coaches can do.
Because they're not gonna. What are they gonna do? They're gonna promote. So let's say they promote Bill Lazor. They promote Chuck Pagano. You know what happens? They get rid of Ryan Pace, and then the whole staff is gone anyway. So at least Nagy can't sit there and say, well, I didn't get a fair shot because, blah, blah, blah.
He got 4 years.
He got 3. If you let him go halfway season, that's 3.5. And I think they need to put the kid back in too. But they gave him that injury.
that upper, they gave a hockey injury, that upper quadrant,
the upper body injury. Yeah. So I want to know. I haven't seen any reports yet what Trubisky's actual injury was. Have you?
Nope. Just that he went to California and he was at the beach, throwing the football around on the beach.
Right. Uncle Rico out there.
Oh.
I can throw it over the mountains. I can throw it over the skyline. Here we go. Give Trubisky. I think they need to get. Yeah, I agree. I think they need to get Trubisky back in the game.
All right, Ronnie. Thank you.
Thank you,
Ronnie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The good thing is that at least we got a lot to talk about on the show. There's going to probably be a lot of ranting again with our boy Il Brown.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football next week with the Vikings, and the Vikings been playing out of their mind the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but our defense is good, so they're not going to get that many points as they scored. They're playing the Lions. The Lions don't have that great defense.
What about the Packers?
Oh, that's a blowout. Sorry.
Well, no, I'm saying the Vikings beat the Packers like 24 to 14 or something like that.
And what have the Packers done since then? Rolled on everybody.
Well, that was 2 weeks. So this week they only played against they played the 49ers on Tuesday night, or Thursday Night Football. But the previous game before this week
was the
Vikings game. And then the Vikings beat the crap out of them, and then the Vikings beat the crap out of the Lions today. What's going to happen on Monday Night Football?
It's going
to be a 500 game, or a 500 season. You know, look at 5-5, and all of a sudden, what happened to? Oh, we were the best. We're no respect of 5-1. Get out of here. 5-0. Get stopped with the 5-1. I don't care anymore.
That doesn't matter. Pass is pass. Again, you have to go back to what Lovey used to do. It's like take the season in quarters. This is the first quarter, the second quarter, and you got to win each quarter.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna show you what this game felt like right here. This game felt like this, and then this right here. That's all I wanted.
Oh man.
At least I knew I could hold on to the ball in my sleep, not like all the fumbles that we saw today.
Jeez. Look at Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert is a good quarterback.
Look at that.
That's what I'm saying. How did the Colts go from Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck?
Well, they got Old Man Rivers now.
Old Man Rivers, but you
can still throw the ball.
You still lucked into Luck.
Yeah.
Because Peyton Manning was injured. How does Green Bay get back-to-back great quarterbacks? I don't understand.
Back to back.
Oh, I don't know about Jordan Love. We got Jordan Love or I don't know.
But not Packers historians here.
No, I don't know shit. All I know is they like to beat up on us. But what I'm saying is, how is it that since 1920 or whenever this team started, and back when.
So we've had one good quarterback.
Who?
Said Luckman. I said good. I didn't say great. I said good.
I don't know. Have you ever seen him play?
No.
No, not me. And look, you can hate on Cuddy all you want.
Oh, he was good. I mean,
Cuddy would be good on this team.
No, he wouldn't. Not with that offensive line. He had a great offensive line. Not great, but good.
No. My point is that Cutler in this type of system would be very good.
Yeah.
Cutler could scramble. Cutler could run down the field. Cutler had a rocket for an arm. So, I mean, like, at least he would get the ball down the field, and he would
get to Robinson all day.
Yes.
All day.
It would get
Robinson would get like 15 touches.
Right. Well, he got. How many did he get today? He got a bunch.
7
for 80-something yards.
He got targeted like 12 times.
I think the biggest concern coming in today was Derrick Henry was going to run him over, and they only gave up 68 yards. The defense is doing their job.
Always.
The offense is terrible. I just.
So will it divide the team?
I mean, eventually it has
to divide the team. Like, hey, we're busting our ass over here.
Now here's the thing. How do you think the defense feels about the offense now that they're like, well, if we were okay, well, maybe Trubisky was the reason we struggled. How does Trubisky feel right now watching it? Be like,
I told y'all.
I thought it was me.
Right.
It ain't me, is it?
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna head out to California. Y'all do you.
Good for him, man. Like I said, I hope
he's gonna go to another team, and you know what? He'll be a backup. He'll get a contract as a backup, and someone's gonna get hurt, and he's gonna throw up some numbers. Take someone's job.
Tell me why he don't go to like somewhere like Washington.
Why not?
Why doesn't he go somewhere like Washington? Because he'll have it. You got Alex Smith with his robot leg.
Yeah.
You got Dwayne Haskins, who's big, but he's from Ohio State, so he's terrible. And you got Kyle Allen, who looks like he just had the same injury that
RG3?
No, Alex Smith had.
Alex
Look,
Smith.
I didn't see. Someone sent me the picture. I didn't want to see it because it looked like, from what I could see in blurry picture, his leg looked like a candy cane. So tell me why Trubisky can't go somewhere like Washington and just blow it up next year, and then we'll over here with a bunch of W's on our hats because we got Chico and Trubisky over there.
Yeah.
I don't understand how after all this time you don't just fall into a good quarterback by chance. All these years.
They had the opportunity. They had the pick. Could have had a number of guys, but they didn't draft them. They didn't draft a good quarterback.
And I don't understand why they're not drafting a quarterback every year.
Yes.
That's what Pace said when he came here. We're going to draft a quarterback every year. And they drafted one quarterback ever.
I think
and it was Trubisky.
He's been drafting quarter pounders. Not quarterbacks, quarter pounders.
Well, they got Hampton or Hambright or... Yeah, they got that guy.
You know who they got? Burns. They got Burns back, man. Hey, have him suit up.
They got Hamburger. I don't know what they got, man. I don't know. Like, Mooney's a good player for sure. I have no idea what... I can't remember his name now. The running back.
Which one? No.
No, their starter.
Montgomery.
Yeah, I don't even know if that guy's good or not. I have no idea if Montgomery's good or not because there's never a hole for him to run to.
I think he's an above average running back.
I have no idea.
But if he has an offensive line,
he was a third round pick.
Right, and I believe he's a 1,000-yard rusher. If he has it, yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that.
And then Dalvin Cook running down the field.
Yep.
Highlights for the Vikings. We're over. Look, it's the least exciting brand of football I have seen in a long time. When we're sitting there waiting to see what the defense is going to do in order for us to score, that's boring, man.
I mean, the defense did drop a couple pick sixes.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to rely on pick sixes to win you the game.
But remember, our defenses have always been great and scored. So all of our, for the past 10 years,
longer than that, probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when we went to the Super Bowl, the defense was doing that.
Yeah.
So
let me see what we got there. How's our rushing yards?
56, bro.
56 rushing yards.
They only had 92.
That's the stat of the game. 56 rushing yards. That is the stat of the game, and I'm getting tired of talking about that every single week.
And we beat them.
How do you not
yards per play? 5 yards per play.
Well, they had 375 yards total yards and 319 passing yards. So what that tells you is Nick Foles did his job.
Even though, yeah. But you remember there.
This right here. This is how I felt the whole game.
But all those yards came in the fourth quarter when the defense was playing soft on them. So again, like it's just patting your stats and makes you look good.
Going for that fourth down instead of taking the points.
Yeah, in the first quarter.
Yeah, to start the game.
Start the game.
So whatever. I mean, look, it's getting to the point where we're gonna rant about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna try to break it down. But man, this is just fourth out of they were even third. Oh brother, they were 3 for 4 on fourth down because why you have to the fact that you got to keep going for that fourth down. I don't know. I'm interested in seeing what Will's grades are going to be today because I think it's going to be another. He's going to rail on Nagy again. At least he had the and now he goes on the road instead of having the white mask. He had the home mask. So I'm sure.
Oh yeah, he's an opposite.
I'm sure he's gonna have something to say about that. But yeah, we got number 4 Notre Dame beating number 1 Clemson with DJ Uiagalelei. I said it.
You did?
Uiagalelei.
Sounds like ukulele.
Yeah, well, his dad could play right now, I think. Uiagalelei, yeah. But yeah, so I mean, he was a rook for Clemson, but he looked good, or a rook freshman. But yeah, Notre Dame coming on top, double overtime. We got some silver sluggers on the White Sox. Like half the team got a silver slugger award.
That's right.
Javier Baez, Ednel. Ednel Javier Baez finally got his first Gold Glove. Rizzo got another Gold Glove.
They're probably gonna put another street name for him now.
I don't know. I mean, I think they just gave him the Gold Glove because he couldn't hit. They just wanted to make him feel better about himself. What's going on, Bailey?
What's up, Bailey?
So yeah, I mean we got a lot to talk about. At least we got some good news to talk about because when we get to the Bears, I feel like we're just gonna go to sleep. Stirring the pot this month, all month of November is gonna be Thanksgiving theme.
Yeah, look out for that.
So we're gonna talk about a variety of topics having to do with Thanksgiving dinner.
We're gonna argue. I know this for sure.
We are gonna argue. I already got a topic ready for November or for December for Christmas, and because it's disgusting, and I don't care what you think, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet.
It's disgusting in December. I think I have a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I know what it is exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, but whatever. You know what? The fire, which we're sorry for not covering the fire. That's my bad. Especially I used to be a season ticket holder. That's my bad.
That's your squad, bro.
That is my squad. The Fire, Vamos Chicago Fire.
Mm-hmm.
They played. I think they're playing either later on today or whatever. I forgot what time they play. But this is a game. Either they win or they're out of the playoffs because they put 10 teams on the East and 8 on the West, so they need a win. As a season ticket holder, 5, 6, 7 years ago, we used to have this joke: they never win, they always tie, and we made a song out of it. So nothing's changed. That's another organization that's frustrating to watch when they have good players, good young players, and then they get rid of them and bring these old timers in that can't produce. They just live off their name.
That sounds like the Bulls.
Yeah, that's what I'm alluding to. Yeah, and then we got the Bulls with the draft coming up soon. Who are they going to draft?
I don't know. I think what we're going to do is we'll have Mike Logic come on and talk about who he thinks the Bulls should draft.
What's his name? Avid?
Yeah, what is it? He's the Israeli kid.
Yes, and that's who I think they'll pick.
Yeah, I think that's the consensus right now. That's who a lot of the pundits think is going to draft.
Yeah, no balls for Bailey. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Bailey.
Sorry, Bailey. No balls for you.
I don't think we're going to get balls on this team. Unfortunately, I know how much you love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to talk. Like I said, baseball talk. We got some great awards. We're going to talk about that excellent Notre Dame win. We're going to talk a little bit about Northwestern football.
Yes.
Northwestern
Another win.
Again. We're going to talk about this terrible-ass Bears game. We're going to do a preview of next week's Minnesota Vikings game. We might do something special for that game. We'll let y'all know. Maybe we'll go live for the game or something like that. And what else we got? Stirring the pot, of course. And I think that's it.
That's it.
So let us know if there's anything that you want us to cover or talk about. We will mention you in the show. We'll give you your props and your shout outs and all that good stuff. Right. Especially when it comes to like stirring the pot. If you have a particular question. But we appreciate y'all watching when we do live after the game.
Yes.
We will keep doing it. It seems to be pretty popular. We get a lot of feedback on it. So I'll also upload it to YouTube so you guys can watch later. And hopefully next week we're talking about a Bears victory. I mean, I said hopefully. Hopefully.
Hey man, you have a better chance with Santa Claus coming down your chimney.
Hey, you never seen me in my Santa Claus suit.
You ain't got no chimney.
I just don't have a suit.
Wrap it up.
All right, y'all. Check us out Thursday. Right now, you can check out episode 17.
Yeah.
Episode 17, we did a little preview of this game. We did talk to El Brown, and we had a little bit of our loop roundup where we talked about the local team. So check it out. It is available now, episode 17. Episode 18 will be available on Thursday morning. Like I said, we'll talk about this Bears game. We'll talk about the Silver Sluggers on the south side. Yep. We will talk about the team win for the Gold Glove for the North Siders. And
I'm not hating on the North Side. I'm just saying that award is just hot caca.
Every team, I don't know where that came from, but it's a thing that happened. Anyway, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Javi's first Gold Glove, and we will talk about Notre Dame college football and stirring the pot. Thanksgiving edition part 1. It's coming up Thursday morning, and then we should have a show coming out Thanksgiving morning. So. Because it happens to be on Thursday. So
look at that.
While you're digging into the turkey, you can think about what we're arguing about. So check us out. Stay tuned, and we will see y'all soon.
Facebook, share it. Instagram, share it. podcast. Share it. Talk to your friends. Talk to your neighbors.
Call your friends. Call your neighbors. call them all.
Yes. Word of mouth. We need that word of mouth.
Just don't call Hawk Harrelson because I don't ever want to hear his voice ever again. That guy is the worst.
No, he's not.
He's the reason why the Sox got La Russa again. If he hadn't fired La Russa back in the 80s, they wouldn't have hired him back.
All right, well, get in your time machine, go 88 miles an hour, and go fix that.
Well, how many gigawatts you got? Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. All right. We'll get to recording. We're going to get this show going for you, and we will see y'all next week, hopefully. Yep. And check us out Thursday morning, every Thursday morning. Like he said, follow, share, subscribe. Hit that buzzer so that you know when we go live. Hit that buzzer on YouTube when you know where our videos come up. And if you go to iHeartRadio and find our show and subscribe, you'll get a notification every time our show comes out every Thursday morning. So when you're driving to work on Thursday and you're driving home and you're sitting at work, you will remember to listen, okay?
Yes. If you listen on iTunes, please give us, a good rating. Give us 5 stars. Drop a line on there. Say how much you love us. If you don't do that. Just send us an email.
5 stars, 4 stars, whatever it is. At least, let us know that you're listening. That way we know that y'all like the content. You will keep coming back. And like I said, we love your suggestions. Our last week's Stir the Pot was from Mike Bailey and Yamdini over there talking about pineapples on pizza and pineapples and food in general. We got into it a little bit about that, but yeah, Thursday morning, check us out and live after every Bears game as long as we're able to.
Yep.
And that's it, y'all.
All right, man.
Check y'all next time.